Shabbat Shalom, we're just emerging from the beautiful season of Shavuot, and the general feedback is that people came home to Shul this Yontif. And certainly at Great Park Synagogue, we were invigorated by such a positive participation. The Shul was filled with such an energy. And may this be the precursor of many, many more celebrations and events in our Shul where our people are able to come home to their spiritual home. This Shabbat, we talk about the inauguration of the sanctuary in the desert, and the last part of the Torah reading has 12 paragraphs that enumerate the gifts contributed by each of the 12 tribes through their individual representative. And what is actually taking place is that every tribe contributed the exact same items. On the first day, it was the tribe of Judah, and through their representative, they gave a silver plate, they gave a silver bowl, they gave a gold spoon filled with incense, various meal offerings, animal offerings. The next day, the next tribe brought exactly the same set of gifts. But the Torah takes the time to list these gifts in 12 separate paragraphs. It could have been much more easy to simply say the following gifts listed in one paragraph were brought by each of the tribes on 12 consecutive days. One paragraph could have done the whole story. What the Torah is teaching us is that in Judaism there are universal responsibilities, things that all of us do that are exactly the same. We wake up in the morning, we say the same words in Shacharit in the morning service. All of us say those same words. The afternoon service, we all say the same words. We all put on tefillin in the morning. All the men put on tefillin, the same mitzvah, all of us performing the exact same details of the same duties. There's something very universal about Judaism. But at the same time, it does not want to take away from the individual responsibility, the individual involvement, the passion, the enthusiasm, the uniqueness of our individuality has to feature within these universal responsibilities. And the Torah is identifying that by saying, yes, each tribe gave the exact same gifts, but they were different gifts. Because the way this tribe gave it gave with its experience, with its background, with its own personality. It became something unique. Although the act seemed to be identical, it was so identifiably different that the Torah lists it in its own unique paragraph. It's a message of responsibility that is universal, and Judaism has so many universal responsibilities, but to remind us that each of us has our own individuality, our personality, our experiences, our background, our approach, and none of that should be lost in our universal fulfillment of general themes that apply to everybody. We all keep Shabbat, but our Shabbat is the sum total of our own thought processes and our own emotions, the way we enter into Shabbat and the way we extract the spiritual strength from Shabbat for the week that lies beyond. So we have universal truths and universal responsibilities. We don't simply have anarchy in our religion where everyone decides how to fulfill the mission of Torah the way we think. God told us what to do. He gave us the blueprint. He gave us exact details. Last week on Shavuot, we reenacted God's formula, which was to do the 613 commandments. But Hashem did not want us, God forbid, to lose our personality, our own individual family impact, our magnificent specific communities, each one having its own taste, its own flavor, its own emphasis that surrounds the universal duties that we do. We all gave the same gifts. No one tribe thought they were more important than the other. Everyone realized we are part and parcel of the same. But at the same time, we are so individual, so unique, so able to fulfill Hashem's mitzvahs with our own personal impact, DNA, and fingerprint that is different from everybody else. May Hashem give us the ability to do both, to fulfill universal duties, and at the same time, to be the true individual that we can. Have a beautiful Shabbos.